Hello everyone, Derek's Damn Toys, and of course, we are back with another action figure review. I can't exactly remember what Elite Series this is. I want to say this could be Elite Series 95. I could also be very, very wrong, and it could be like 92 or 98. I can't exactly remember what order and or what wave these Elite Biggies came out in, but we've got another Elite Biggie review today. Of course, if you were, on the channel for a little bit now, you would have seen that I do have another Elite Biggie that I've also used in the pick fed by now, so if you watch the pick fed, you'll probably know which figure I'm talking about. But this is the other Elite Biggie. Of course, this one came with no accessories. As you can tell, he's not in a plastic prison, but I bought this one just the figure itself, as his original accessories were essentially the same thing as the other Elite Big E. Sadly, I do not have that just out and about, so I cannot just do a side-by-side comparison, but hopefully you know which one I'm talking about is the white, red, blue, and black attire. This is a really good Elite Biggie as well so far, at least from what I can see. I love the tealish silver and white with the little bit of black just kind of poking through on the top of the singlet, the bottom of the singlet. It's a really nice designed outfit, I can say the least, for Biggie. Plain white boots, no logos on these boots, oddly enough. Of course, when it comes into just the central designs itself, I don't know what this is supposed to be in the middle, but he also has it on the back. You've also just got all the intricate little line work. I don't know, I think this singlet looks really damn cool for Biggie. Of course, this one's going to be fairly shorter of a review today. I'm not going to break down the articulation. I will say this Biggie's legs are fairly loose. I don't know. He's going to be an interesting one to pose in the pick fed if I do use this attire. Could imagine his legs just kind of giving out on him for certain spots. But we'll run into that when we get there. Why don't we kind of just get them all posed up and we can just kind of ramble for a minute, talk about how we feel about the figure, and yeah, we'll get into that. Alrighty, now that we've got the Biggie all set and posed up, as you can see, he's at least holding the big end position very well, so I don't know, maybe any motion, I'll just have to be careful how I pose the legs, because I could imagine just a little too much weight is going to make those legs split apart and he's just going to collapse. But yeah, so far so good. I'm not complaining. Of course, this loose figure, it's going to happen if you buy action figures loose. That's normally why I tend to go through the wrestling collector shop's eBay account for loose figures. Because as far as any wrestling action figures go, his loose figures are always just essentially straight up out of the package. Maybe the package was too damaged to sell it at the price he sells those for. So he just took it out of the package and sold it to you loose. No, this one I want to say was played with a little bit, maybe used for display purposes. I don't know, I couldn't tell you. But what I can tell you is the legs are fairly loose, but everything else seems to pose around fairly well. I do like the newer head scan on this one, as I didn't really take the time to, go too deep into that, but I want to say the other Elite figure has a yelling-ish looking head scan. Still a fairly joyful expression. This one, I guess you could say, is more of him being serious, but he's kind of got a little bit more of a cocky expression for a serious Biggie look. So it still plays into his joyful nature. But yeah, what would I rate this Biggie? Well, just going based off of what I have, if I had all the accessories with it and stuff like that, I don't know, I mean, rating it on that note, I'd probably have to give this probably a good 7.5. Maybe almost even a good like 7.8 out of 10. Almost a good solid 8. Just kind of a little repetitive to get multiple biggies within a short time, but of course he was WWE champion. They were trying to promote that. It was his, like first time being a single star in a very long time. So, yeah, I mean, do with it what you will. But I think all around this biggie is still fairly solid. And if I had to go with whatever out of 5 stars, I'd probably have to say like a good 3 and 3/4 star maybe. I don't know how I'd fraction that out. I'd still end up saying like 3.8 out of 5 stars, or like I said, whatever that would fraction the star out to. I don't know. I'm not the best at math. Anywho, on that note though, this is gonna be a fairly short one, kind of like the Beth Phoenix review. So if you liked the video, feel free to like the video. If you didn't like the video, well, I guess I'm sorry. But if you did like the video, feel free to go check out some of my other action figure reviews and or unboxing videos and or pig fed content. Sorry, I almost started yawning there for a quick second, but on top of that, feel free to subscribe. After all, it is free to subscribe. We're on the road to 200. As of recording this, we're sitting at 174. We're also getting ready for Absolute Carnage, which is my pick-fed pay-per-view. So, we'll have to keep an eye out on that, as I don't have that many more reviews now that I'm kind of trying to pump them out this morning. But yeah, on that note, you can also follow me on Instagram of the same name with the same picture. I don't think there's any fakes of me out there, but if there is, feel free to point them out to me, because that'd be kind of funny to see. Anywho, on that note, we'll say one more thing before we do hop off. The picture Action Figure Universe took of this biggie on his Instagram is honestly what inspired me to want to get this biggie, because it just looks so good in that picture. I'm like, man, honestly, that attire I think would fit really well with the rest of the New Day set I just had gotten. So, yeah, there you go. Bought the new biggie because of that, so you can claim a little bit of credit for that Action Figure Universe. I don't think I told you that's why I bought it, but yeah, that's kind of why I bought it. Anywho, we're signing out. Have a good rest of your night or good rest of your day, depending on what time of day you are watching this. And we are out of here. Peace out, yo.